All right. So I just took a frame of brood from this hive over here. I shook off all the workers, and there's a few nurse bees still on it. I think they'll be okay. I went and I grabbed a queen cell. So we're doing both. I'm gonna use a queen cell and a frame of eggs. All right, it's been a week since I've added a frame of brood and a queen cell to this. There are multiple options which could have happened. One, the queen cell has emerged and she's laying eggs. That would probably be the best thing that could happen. Two, there was a queen in there. Maybe this could be that best thing also. There was a queen in there that I missed. She just wasn't laying yet. And we ended up with a chewed out queen cell because the old queen killed the queen cell. The queen cell could have hatched. And the third possibility is they raised a bunch of queen cells, emergency queen cells, from the eggs and brood that I put in there, and then they fought it out and they raised up. Well, it's been a week. A week's not long enough. If they've done that, they have a lot of queen cells in there. So we're gonna open this up, see what's going on, see what kind of cells or queens or eggs or just what kind of activity has been happening in this side. This was the swarm that I caught with no queen, or appearing so as no queen, and I believe no queen because I let her fly away. Don't do me. Don't lose your queen. All right, this is looking good. We've got a bunch of bees, and we've got very, very white wax on top. So they're doing their thing. We've got a frame here, foundation. They haven't touched that. We've got this frame. They've been filling that out. And that's some good white wax, and they're just starting to pull on this side. So when I put this in, I might drop it off. You can see here, see where it's dark around this area. That's because the wax is wet. It's wet with nectar. If we look on this side, you can see the nectar in this area that they're filling it in with. And this very, very white wax. It's beautiful. You got a bunch of heads looking up at me, wondering what's going on, what's happening here. I could see my queen cell in there that was still there. I can't tell if it's opened yet. This one here. Oh. And it appears we have some eggs. This comb that I put in, it just had a section of drone cells in the middle. Since it's been here, they've added this section and this section. It was white or yellow wax when I first had the swarm in here. So I think they might have been reworking it, walking it over. Now it's all nice white wax here. This one's kind of folded over a little bit, not quite straight in the frame. So all the drone cells are empty. It's really very dry here. There's some worker cells that they built, and there's eggs in there. Same on this side, worker cell eggs, dry drone cells. There's the queen cell. The queen cell has been opened. Before I get too far, let me make sure the queen's not on here. I wouldn't want to lose her in the grass after all this. I'm not seeing her. We've got one cell that's open. I was wondering about this here, but it looks like it was actually stuck to the wall. So when I pulled the frame away, it opened the cell up. So you can see. Alright, no getting mad at me. I'll give you a little bit more smoke. So I think you can see that. Opened queen cell. And this is the frame of brood that I put in. You see it's all capped nicely. So they were able to feed them and raise them and cap them. Just going to pull that queen cell out of there. That way I can use that plastic again. Push this back together. I'm going to double check this one quick for the queen, make sure she didn't run up while we was over here. Doesn't appear so. And this outside frame is empty. There's a little bit of white wax on some of this. Full of nectar, full frame of nectar. Now below this, or right above this frame, there was eggs. So I'd hope to see some eggs in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're loaded right up, right across the board. Hopefully this side too. Yep. Wow, she is doing great. But where are you? We've got one frame left. We'll see. Still very calm bees. Just sitting there. Oh, there she is. Right there on top. Look at that. Beautiful. Look how long that queen is. Skinny. But she's got some length. So we were successful. Now I'm keeping an eye on her. That way she doesn't get squished between the frames or the bars. I'm not even going to open up that last frame. Make sure you stay down there. I'm coming with the next box. Put this frame back in. Tighten them up. Air cover down. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to check the other side. See how they're doing. It's not as much activity over here as there should be. Bees are all the way out to the outside. It's good white wax in here too. Flow is on. Now this was foundation too. Obviously they had a higher population and a queen that was doing her thing. So they're working harder. Got plenty of wax up here. Apparently they didn't like the metal crimp wire that ran through there, and they just kind of built their comb around it. Where it folded out over here, they've got drone comb. The rest of it's worker size cells. Good looking honey. Very good looking. Thought I saw one egg in there. Turns out it was just a bit of pollen. Starting to cap that honey. Bring that up so you can see. This is all full of honey. This is where they're starting to cap it. Check this bottom box. Oh, that's right. We fit 5 frames down here. Let's see how they're doing. Population looks great. It's a little tight getting these in here. Get it out though. Nice white wax on both sides. Drawing that out. Lots of pollen here. Lots of nectar. Got drones, eggs, a whole frame of pollen. Look at that pollen on there. Nice. Yeah, this is great. We've got capped brood and it's just loaded with eggs. That is a great frame. Looks like these are good hygienic bees because they've got new ones starting to be raised up. So we've got capped brood, obviously. We've got some missing spots. That could be due to hygienic behavior, pulling them out, or it could be due to a little bit of inbreeding. And this is just all loaded with eggs. I don't know if you can see that. I'll pull it up a little bit closer there. Flip her over. And on this side, same thing. We've got eggs around the peripheral. We've got capped brood in the middle. And then we have some larvae here. So a nice graduation from capped brood down through larvae to eggs. It's a great pattern. This was a great capture. Another frame, not capped yet, but we've got some brood. We've got lots of larvae. Looks like they got a lot of food in there, but we might have some startings of a little bit of EFB, as is we've got a couple larvae here, kind of like to the side a little bit, falling down in their cells. It's right up in that corner. It's the only spot I see it. Let's see. Where's Her Majesty? You've got a couple double eggs over here, but they're right at the bottom and in the middle. And my phone's ringing. I'm not supposed to do that. So, right over here, we've got what appears to be beginnings of EFB. I don't know if we can see that in there. Will you focus? A little bit of fallen down brood, a little bit of twisted brood. What are the chances? We get a lot of bees walking across that floor. What are the chances the queen stayed on this last frame? I'm taking my time here. We've got a ladder down there side, working up and down. This frame has lots of fresh eggs. Oh, this is just solid eggs. I don't see any larvae. And no queen, of course. But she's been in here within the last couple days, because there are eggs that have not turned into larvae yet. So, Let's see if I can catch that queen. She wasn't there. We'll move quick this time. That way. Move quick, that way she can't jump across frames as I'm moving them around here. These bees are moving a bit quicker, which means they're running cover for the queen. Is that right? No. Why'd they run off of this side? I don't know. Thought I saw a little bit of K-wing in there. As soon as I looked at her, she straightened them out though. Big pile of bees down there. And I can't see because I got my sunglasses on. There she is, sneaking right across the bottom. She was there. Now where'd she go? She is slick. Oh, right there, yeah. Look at that. You gotta be smart to be able to hide in a little crack like that. And gone. Amazing. Still doing good, doing her job. So we'll drop you in. I'll put you back in. It's been a little wet here. So we'll come back. Weather's supposed to be a little bit nicer. And hopefully that what appears to be that EFB will be cleared up. And before the week's out, they're gonna need more room too. So we'll check that out. Make sure everything's good. So there you have it. We've got a requeened swarm and a swarm that's doing great.